Today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new archetype from the wilds of Eldraine, and it just might be good enough to make a pretty big splash in current standard meta. That's right, we've got brand new cards from the wilds of Eldraine, a brand new standard coming your guys' way very soon. We've got the early access event here with us today, so we got access to these cards a little bit earlier, and I wanted to showcase some deck lists for you guys that I think are going to be pretty powerful, and we're going to see a lot of coming very soon. And we're kicking it off with Faeries, because Faeries got a lot of really fun cards to play with. One of those being this new card, Talion. This is a really cool 4-drop card where if we choose a number between 1 and 10, anytime our opponent plays a card with either power, toughness, or mana cost of that number, we get to draw a card. They lose 2 life, which is pretty interesting, and kind of the focal point of this build is we're drawing a lot of cards. So we of course have Fairy, Vandal, and things like that, so drawing extra cards is going to trigger some sort of an event every single time. We've got the Messenger, a brand new card that allows us to, whenever we attack with a fairy, you know, draw a card, discard a card, but also pump our fairies as well as we're doing so. And then of course you got to have Shieldred in the build because we're pinging the opponent for life as we're drawing cards as well. But the cards I really want to talk about are these 3 here. Fairy's got some crazy utility pieces. Ego Drain, basically hit any card in your opponent's hand you want to, force them to discard it, no downside as long as you control a fairy. Pretty insane. And then we got Fairy Fencing, one of the best removal spells you can ask for, because even paying this for just 1 mana, you can actually do -3/3 to an opponent's creature, and you can pump even more into it if you want to. And then Spell Stutter, this is a counter spell that hits things, and it works a lot like the Make Disappear. They pay the 2, but you can actually tax on even more if you control fairies. But it's insane how much Fairies got, guys. This is just a little taste of Fairies. We didn't even actually go full fairy package here. I did more of a Dimir mid-range deck with Splash of Fairies, but it's very good, and I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys do as well. We'll jump into the games really quick, and then we'll come back here at the end for some final thoughts. But if you are new here, we do post videos on this channel typically 5 days a week, so if you enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that stuff helps out an absolute ton. With that being said, though, enjoy the video, guys. We'll see you at the end. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Wilds of Eldraine early access event that we're in currently, and we are playing what I believe is going to be the best new tribal from the set. It's going to be Fairies, man. This is a highly anticipated archetype that I know a lot of people have been dying to play. It should be a lot of fun, man. I've had some really good games so far with it. It has some of the craziest utility pieces I've ever seen, as far as like Ego Drain and Spell Scatter. I mean, or Spell Stutter, sorry. These types of cards that have these pumps through the fairies is just next level, man. It is so powerful. And Dimir was already so good as it was, but I want to see what this deck can really do. Speaking of the fact that we are in, you know, I'm gonna go with the Spell Stutter, and then maybe just like one of the stun counters being popped off here, but I think that's not bad. Let's see here. So this is a 2 mana 2/1. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less, and it's got the celebration. This is worth countering, I think. I think that's fair. All right, we go here, and this is cool, but without being able to actually attack with this, it's not great. So I'm gonna go Ego Drain, look to see if I could take something important out of their hand here. This seems like a good hit, because they were just gonna go ahead and get that back anyways. And then we'll pass the turn, and then we'll look to take off another stun counter here. The new set, though, guys, looks absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, but that's one thing I wanted to tell you guys, is the videos are going to be a little bit shorter for the next couple of days. We've got about, 5 videos we got to make in today alone. So it's going to be really tough to, keep these at a length where we're used to. So going to be a little bit shorter than normal. All right. I've got options here, and options are a very good thing. I'm gonna go Shieldred, man. Shieldred's just a better card here. I feel pretty bad playing a Shieldred in the standard event. It just needs to be in the build, though. I mean, all the extra card draw that we're going to be getting from these fairies, and the game plan of the fairies for myself is to draw a bunch of cards. Shieldred just makes the most sense. It's such a powerful card that's not going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. Yikes, taking quite the hit there from Shieldred as well. Didn't think they'd play that card, but they did. Bunnycorn is a really, really cool card, by the way. We're going to be exploring that card, I think, in 2 videos from now. We've got a really, really sweet list for you guys that I'm super amped on. Okay, the fact that they're attacking with that tells me they have a burn spell, right? So I can't really block. I can't run into that, even if it is a bluff. Okay. That works. Unfortunately, but that does work. All right, we're gonna go here and we're gonna hope that we top deck. Oh, shoot, I wish they wouldn't have tapped it that way. I should have left 1 blue mana open to guarantee that we have the blue. But yeah, I guess we swing through. As far as blocks go, they don't have very many good ones here. Fairy Vandal's pretty sick, but I'm gonna drop it here. I think these 2 cards are a little bit better. And we're gonna pump this one up. And I would imagine they're gonna make a block here with the flame right, or not. Yeah, I was really hoping for a blue source there so I can have the counter just to ensure that I close this game out strong, because there's no guarantees that this thing doesn't get to an absolute lethal shot here with like some sort of double strike, whatever. I'm not out of the woods by any means here. I feel like their deck can pop off very, very hard here. Okay, I feel better now. Whew, I feel a lot better. I think we got this one. Now, another thing you guys might want to keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of misplays. I don't know what half these cards do half the time. I'm double checking them as much as I can, but I'm a bit of a slow learner. I take some time to learn my cards and mechanics, so it's going to be tough for me sometimes not to make those little mistakes. All right, so Celebration. This can become a 4/4 flying dragon. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can they pump 10 more damage into the board with 1 spell? I highly doubt it, right? All right, that's gonna do it, man. That's gonna be GG's. I respect it. I respect it letting us go through with our actions here. It's kind of typical of these early access events. The opponents are kind of we're all content creators, so the whole goal and idea is to let everybody kind of go through all the way to lethal to get all their cool combos off. But really fun first game, man. Not a bad start, man. I wonder, I really do, I wonder if this has a place in the meta when things start to solidify and things come to fruition. I wonder what sort of fairy decks come out of the piles that people are going to be making, because they feel very strong, but at the same time, there are some decks, man, that I've seen already, these Rakdos builds that are absurdly strong. So I wonder if fairies are going to be strong enough to keep up. All right, so we've got a Jessica, or I'm sorry, a Is It color start here with a Swift Spear. That's kind of crazy, kind of a crazy start. Very aggro. Iconoclast. All right, I gotta get rid of that. Good news is we have some of the most busted removal in fairies, so we're gonna confirm this for 0. This is gonna be a -3/-3. Gotta get rid of the Iconoclast. No shot I can let that stay around. That's still a problem too, but not as much of a problem. Okay, I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. Let's go Ego. Okay, so they're running fairies, maybe? Convoke, draw 2 cards. None of their cards really scare me. I'll take that. All right, I like my chances now. I like my chances. I feel like they're gonna have to play a Swift Spear here and use that Convoke to draw some cards and try to find their mana. We're kind of screwed on mana too. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend we're not in trouble. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the turn here. I can look to untap my fairy, or if they do end up convoking here to draw some cards, I'll just... Okay. I was going to play the Fairy Vandal if they ended up convoking there, but they chose not to convoke, so they're going to take a little bit of a hit here. I need a land. There we go. Finally finding a land here is nice. They have the fairy, so they could counter my next spell here. I'm going to play this out. We'll see what happens, and I'll flash this in. All right, nothing from the opponent. We'll pass. Well, no, don't pass the turn. Do we attack? Yeah, we attack, right? We attack. Because again, I do anticipate the opponents, you know, using that Swift Spear to convoke these card draw, but I don't know. Who knows, man? They're moving kind of funny right now. They have an awkward turn here. Do they want to untap and attack with the fairy? Do they want to just run out there, draw two? I think we did a really good job of taking out the third path. I feel like that was really gonna kind of crush us, to be honest. All right, do they counter it? So here's the crazy thing, right? Is that I could attack into the opponent, but they're just going to untap and block me. I'm kind of okay with that, because I have this. I feel like the trade-off is there, and it's fine. Let's see if they make the trade. They don't make the trade. Okay. All right, we'll end the turn. Interesting choice for them not to untap and make that move. All right, we're gonna flash in the Fairy Vandal. We're not out of the woods yet, though, that's for sure. If they attack in, though, I'm gonna let it get through because I've got the return fire is really strong here. No blocks. We take the 3. Fairy Vandal, does it get countered? It does not. They are hanging on to that counter spell like it's their job, man. I respect it, though. I respect it. This almost certainly is getting countered. Man. No matter what I play out of these two, it's getting countered. So we might as well do this then. And then 3, 6, 7, 8 damage. All right. Drop the counter on me. If they don't drop the counter here, the game's over, but I would highly recommend that they do here. I don't know why they wouldn't. There's really no reason for them not to. If they don't, they lose. Unless they have a bounce spell or something. Yeah, there it is. All right. I'll leave both my Fairy Vandals back because it's not lethal, right? It's not lethal to send the Fairy Vandals in here. And I want to make sure I have some blocks for their Fairy in case things get a little weird. But they choose to untap it and then just make a block, which is fine. I'll take it. All right, so if we had to make a choice with the Talion here on what number we want to call out here, what would it be? Probably 2 because they got a lot of 2-powered things. So they had a bounce spell there? Is that what just happened? Yeah, they did have a bounce spell. Okay. Sure, we take it. Yeah, so we're most certainly calling out 2 here. A lot of 2-powered things, a lot of 2 mana spells. All right, we got to be careful now. And then do we attack in at all? I don't think it's really worth attacking in. Well, if I attack in with 1, that takes him down to 6. Is that a relevant number? Yep, it is, because I can attack him with my 2/3 powered flyers next turn. I'm pretty nervous, guys, not gonna lie. Pretty nervous on what these last 2 cards in hand are. So I wish I would have read this card's ability, because the second spell being cast a spell. Oh, I know, it's whenever they cast a spell with mana value 3 or less, it deals 1 damage to the player. Okay, that's not terrible. They probably have a burn spell. Let's assume they have a burn spell, right? So if they have a burn spell, I'm gonna do it like this, actually. This has the chance to get bigger, doesn't it? Yeah, but this dies. All right, let's do that. All right, they need 2 spells for this to not be worth it for me. I don't love this. All right, lightning strike to the face. I go to 5. Hold the phone and the scoop. Let's go. Holy cow. That game was way too close for comfort, man. I felt like we were dodging bullets left, right, and center. We had a couple options on that turn. We could have tapped this 1, 2, 3 times, flipped it, attacked in for lethal, depending on what they had in hand, though. That was making me kind of nervous, so I was probably going to go with this, and I was going to swing in and give this like a 1/1 counter or something like that. But yeah, not the greatest game for us, and we still pulled it out. All right, I'd like to try to get this thing firing on all cylinders a little bit better, though. I'd like to try to get, like, you know, some more synergistic plays going here. Everyone keeps kind of disrupting what we've been trying to do. This hand is it's not great. If this was like the 1 mana fairy, this hand would be insane, but not being able to play anything until turn 3, this is definitely a lot better. I need some help, though. I definitely need some help from the deck. All right, let's see what happens. Oh no, we're up against Rakdos. Not good. Not good. I can't wait to play Rakdos myself, though, man. I haven't even played it yet, but I know it's the best deck. I just do. Oh, it's Jund. Okay. Looking to do some mana ramping here. All right, we're gonna pass the turn. I know everyone would probably go Ego Drain there, but with the ability to take off some of these stun counters and get this thing flipped over early, I feel like we got to take that 2 mana and invest it the way. All right, that's fine. Do they show a dragon? They do. They show a dragon. That dragon's going out of their hand next turn, because that's a tough dragon right there. Wow, that's pretty good. They pay the ward. Dang, that makes Ego Drain not very good. Sheesh. All right, well done. Well, this is gonna be a sad Ego Drain, but I need to get that Atsushi out of their hand. It's too good. Yeah, that's too good. Probably, man. Yeah, probably this, because we got Shieldred, and then we have a way to draw 3 cards. We're not giving up on that one. There's no shot. So the Shivian Devastator, though, man, they're gonna be able to attack right into the Tarkir with haste. You hate to see it. We might have met our match, guys. Dragons is kind of an awkward matchup for us because they have a lot of flyers that can block, and they had the removal they needed there early on. Kind of put a wrench in my plans. Wow, not going with the Shivian Devastator. Kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Seems kind of nuts to me, but all right, well, let's force them to have a kill spell. They've only got 1 card we don't know about in hand. Let's see if it's a kill spell. Stealing 2 of my cards, huh? All right, we're praying for a land off the top. A land off the top would be the bee's knees. The biggest problem I'm having though is this is sorcery speed, you know what I mean? All right, it's a 4/4 dragon. When it attacks, it gets the treasures. All right, let's get some life, man. Get some cards. Yikes, not ideal. We are attacking though. No good blocks for the opponent here. Looks like they're heavy reliant on red. That's all we've really seen from the opponents. They do have a lot of, you know, other colors here. They're, you know, black, green, blue. Oh, they stole that from me, actually, so they're not blue. Thought maybe there were 5 colors for a second, but they definitely stole that from me. Which they can't even draw a card with, right? No, not unless... Oh, I guess this counts as blue. Yeah, they can. All right. So they try to flip that over. I say try because we're not going to let them. I don't know, man. We might be able to grind them out here, but it's going to be tough. 2 dragons on the field with, you know, the invasion down. It's going to be definitely really tough. Let's try to get in. Lands, let's go. Starting to look a lot more realistic, though. Especially because we get to hit their hand here. Whoops. Oh no, I did that incorrectly. Whoops. I didn't have my fairy out there. Shoot. That was a big mistake on my end. See, misplays are gonna happen, guys. Didn't have my fairy out there. I didn't need the land, luckily, so it's not a big deal, but still kind of a bummer. Oh no, they have a counter spell, but they don't have any fairies, so I can pay the 2. Oh, they're doing a surgical bay. Okay, I thought they were gonna counter me with my own fairy counter spell. I thought that's what we were looking at there.
Now this is a juicy secret.
All right, here we go. Definitely should have played that pre-ego. Ego drain, man. Stealing my cards again. I don't know what they're accomplishing by doing that. I like their deck though. It's very cool. The dragon is sick, but I just don't think that's the time to be stealing my cards. I think they gotta focus on other factors right now. We're at 32 life, which is absurd. Thanks to Shieldred. Shieldred's broken, man. Absolutely broken. Oh, they stole a Shieldred from me though. That's actually insane because now I'm gonna have a really hard time getting through my attacks. Sheesh. Okay. Well, that changes things quite a bit. We need to kill that. We need to find our kill spell. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No attacks. All right. And we end the turn. We look to take the last 2 stun counters off. The good news is they could screw up here and hit a draw 2. If they hit a draw 2, they lose the game because our Shieldred goes off before theirs. Oh no, I just realized with the Thunder Maw, they can actually deal 6 damage to the Shieldred. Oh, that's not good. Shoot. Wait, they attacked with everything though. Why would they do that? I guess they can play more dragons though, so it's not that big a deal. Shoot. Yeah, I think we made our match, guys. I think we lost this one. Teferi. I'm sorry, not Teferi. Kaito's gotta go. They did attack with everything, but they can play out another flyer here with this other dragon, which I'm sure they're going to do. If they don't, I mean, we're going over the top for lethal here, so we'll see what happens. They eat the treasure. Kaito comes in. Okay, good. Not a dragon. They're trying to draw cards though, so they can gain some life with that Shieldred. It's not a bad plan. Getting beat by my own cards now. You sit here and you critique the opponent's choices of taking my cards, and here they are using them against me. Okay. 3. Man, we are 1 point of damage from killing them. I cannot believe that. Ah, dang, dude. We were 1 point of damage. They made a huge mistake by not playing this dragon. They could have lost the game here, but luckily for them, we didn't find what we needed. And Teferi's obviously nuts, but it doesn't get me any closer to actually winning the game. The Fairy Vandal gets me closer. Ay, man. We were so close, man. We were so close. Just not gonna cut it, though. I mean, they might get greedy again and swing with everything, but this time there's no way they don't play that other dragon, I would imagine, so getting my attacks through is going to be a lot more difficult. 5/5 flying ward. All the other dragons have ward 2 at the beginning of the end step. If your creature or planeswalker opponent controls has dealt damage. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, they get to blow up everything too. That Thundermaw. That Thundermaw is next level. Sheesh. Okay. Well done. I mean, it's cool. It's a very cool build, man. Very, very cool build. I respect it. They don't kill... They don't kill the fairy, though. Imagine we get what we need to kill this, man. It still wouldn't work, though, would it? No. Because we'd had 4 damage. Yeah, we'd be 1 away from lethal again if we find a kill spell. What do I need? What do I need? Is there anything that saves me here? Not really. Nope, a land definitely doesn't do it. All right, well, good game. Pass the turn. Let them do their thing. Man, that was fun, though. That was fun. I like their deck a lot. Dragons is really cool. Very, very cool. I respect it. Well done. Well done. All right, I mean, not our best showing. We were close, though. We were really close. All right, looks like we got time for probably one more game here. I'm really looking to pop off one of these games, man. I feel like we haven't really gotten to see the full veracity of what this thing can do. We've had some good games, don't get me wrong, but we haven't really gone insane yet. And unfortunately, there just isn't enough time to, you know, sift through and record a bunch of videos for you guys and try to get those crazy games. But hopefully this will be the one. Got the messenger coming out next turn, maybe. We definitely have it coming out, but is it going to stay alive is the question. We're up against somebody playing Naya with a Gala Greeters. This could be some form of like Ginny Fae build. Who knows? Is it Ginny Fae? Well, Ginny Fae would need another green source. They're not gonna be able to... Oh, white, red. Oh, red. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Forgot about the red. Ginny Fae doing its thing, man. We can play this for 0. Play another one of these. Play this for 0. Confirm. Get this down. Attack in. Shieldred, okay. Man, what do we drop here? I mean, this tap land isn't great. I need another land, but not a tap land. There we go. Shoot, but now what do we drop? Because I need the tap land for this, right? Man, maybe we drop the Talion. I don't know. I don't love that because there's a lot of really good, like, 3 drops or 3 powered things in here and 3 drops. Maybe we're gonna regret that because that could have been some serious value for us, but who knows? Mondrak. Ooh, we're in trouble. Mondrak doubles up on all the tokens. There's no mana this turn, so I mean, it can't go indestructible, so we find the kill spell. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, that's so beyond clutch. You have no idea. All right, so we go with 1. I mean, just the best utility. I'm telling you guys, the utility on these things, this fairy deck, man, it's crazy. There's just such great kill spells. Man, we're drawing really, really good cards right now that we don't want to be throwing away. I mean, we got to, right? We have to do it that way. All right, I think long-term value Kaito gives us a lot more here than, you know, into the Fae Court, but it's still pretty hard to throw that away. That's a card I'm super excited to try out, man. I'll tell you what, that card looks so fun. Black Market Tycoon. All right, a counter spell's not bad. We go Shieldred here. Send in both attackers here, drawing a bunch of cards, gaining a lot of life. There we go. We'll drop this actually because we need the land to play a counter spell. Hit him for 8. Draw another card. Gain some life. I mean, we're kind of cooking right now. We're kind of cooking. And we can counter something to force the opponent to pay 4 mana. So no matter what they play here... Oh, they got a treasure. I almost didn't see that. Oh, and they're taking 2 from the Shieldred. That's lethal. Oh, man. Good game. That was pretty quick, man. That moved really, really fast. And I got to attribute that win 100% to these fairy fencings. Excellent removal, man. We paid 1 mana for this thing to kill the Ginny Fae. 1 mana. It's better than a cut down in that spot, you know what I mean? Crazy. GG. That'll do it for me today, guys. These are going to be really quick outros. We're going on 2 o'clock in the morning, so I got to get out of here pretty quickly, but I really do hope you enjoyed the deck list today, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the very end, and I want to give one last huge shout out before I get out of here to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program on the channel. These people help support me monetarily every single month, so huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much if you're watching. I appreciate you very much. Hope you enjoyed the decks, guys. This deck, we got more to come. Come back tomorrow for another video. We'll be dropping another one for you. Doing some Rakdos aggro, some crazy stuff. So be sure to swing by. But until then, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.